This is the Beneteau Flyer 10 here at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. It is a pretty unique boat actually. It's really cool. It's kind of set up like a bow rider, sun deck boat if you will, combined with the likes of a small cabin cruiser. So let's check it out and see what it's all about. On the rear, like all their smaller line of boats, again powered by the twin Mercury 300 outboards, it's becoming a pretty popular option here on these boats just for the ease of access, which in turn makes maintenance quicker, cheaper, easier, all that good stuff. On either side of the transom platform here, you do have these ladders for the swim ladders that fold out. Step aboard here, shore power comes in, your gas, your water. Got a lovely little hot cold transom shower there for when you're coming out of the water if you need to rinse off. On the rear here, I would touch it, but there's stuff in the way that I don't wish to disturb. This does flip back that way to allow for a sun pad area back here. So that's a really cool feature. As you can see back here, this is a really nice, large, I guess we could call it the cockpit area here, the rear cockpit. Got this really large table, enough seating for, I don't even know, 8 people at least around this thing. Cup holders are built right in, so that's a really great feature. I love the color of this interior. This light gray with the brown taupe colored accents, if you will. And then coming around here, there is a grill and wet bar. Awesome to have this feature out here. And of course, refrigerator underneath of there. So we're just gonna come on ahead here. And here's a nice little seat while you're underway, hang out and go for a ride. I'm gonna just turn around for a quick second here. A really cool feature on a boat of this size that it has is this retractable rear sunshade that obviously retracts, like the name says. But on a nice sunny day down here in South Florida, it's an absolute blessing to have something like that. And then up here, hard top of lighting there and there, more lighting back there, so that's really cool. And here is your helm. It's got Garmin glass, of course. I really do like these like toggle switches here rather than the typical teeter-totter rocking switches. And then it does appear, I'm not super familiar with this boat to be honest, but it appears there are some wake settings, so you could wake surf behind this boat. So that's actually really cool if that is actually what that is. Dual throttle controls naturally there. For the Mercury outboards, steering wheel is leather wrapped, VHF radio hiding here. And as you can see on these, bolster there, bolster there. And we're gonna head on up front real quick and check that out. So heading up here towards the bow, there is a really great, wide and spacious sun pad area. Again, following the gray and light brown color scheme throughout. It's got some lovely cup holders here, so that's really cool. I can go tearing this apart, but and then Fusion sound system, of course. And that little guy there is a drain plug. Not drain plug, a drain rather itself, so that any water goes in that little channel, drains on out. There's your windlass. Hiding up underneath it here is, of course, your winch and your chain for that. And over there on that side is your remote control for that. And hiding down here is a little window that leads to the cabin below, which we are gonna go check out here momentarily. But just take a look at that. It is a really wide beam for this side of the boat. Like I said, you got your lovely hard top there. And if we get up here, you can probably get a peek back there at that retractable sunshade. All right, we are gonna head down into the cabin of this Flyer 10 real quick. It's actually, like I said, a really unique boat with being both like a sun deck and a cabin cruiser all in one. So immediately coming down in here, we are greeted by this forward double berth. And despite that sun pad being there, plenty of room down here. You could easily take a seat here, and there's still gonna be plenty of headspace. It's got these lovely little LED lights here, so those are nice accents, and more underneath of there. Really like it. Of course, storage. More storage. Storage just seems to be the name of the game with all the innovative storage that they pack into these Beneteau boats. And there's a nice little closet area there. This here, storage. But you can't guess what's behind this one. Oh, microwave. Could have fooled me, actually. Then down here, there is your refrigerator down here. That is actually a partition. As you can see, there is a track along here to create a private little space here. Its own little cabin, if you will. Now let's sneak off on into the head real quick. You walk in, immediately notice toilet, shower are separate. Great little sink area. Storage, of course. And then more storage down here below the sink. Oh, that is neat. That is where the toilet paper stays. How about that to keep it dry? And then separate shower stall, and quite spacious. I am 6'1", and there is actually a couple inches to spare in here. So how about that? And then one last stop on the cabin here, and we will head on out. Oh, neat. I didn't even notice that the first time. Little mirror there. Full length. And then last stop, there's actually a separate second cabin back here. Walk in, climate control options. I cannot speak. Storage. It is air conditioned back here, and it feels absolutely great. More storage, really spacious in there. Got these lovely little reading lamps here. Back here, a little tight, but it's quite impressive that they actually got this whole cabin back on this boat. But we can sneak up in here, and you got this lovely little window, curtain for privacy. Ah, there's the switch for those reading lamps. But yeah, not a bad little setup.
Wait.
No, you're fine. All right, so we're gonna come back out here to the cockpit and finish it off. There's one of those windows that lets in light down to that aft cabin. And of course, the name of the game, storage. And of course, even more storage. Gotta love it. So just gonna take a seat here, and that is a little walkthrough of the Beneteau Flyer 10 here at the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show.